Intel had a dominant position in memories in the early 70s and has not really had any positions after that. Can you explain why Intel has fumbled the ball so much?
Well, so, okay. The DRAM situation is because of the Japanese competition. Intel just cannot maybe adequately come in, but Intel got DRAM 85. Basically, they cannot compete with Japan on the yield and quality. After that, memory is always a secondary program at Intel. We are a very, very small step child of the microprocessor business. So that's why, when we go to Japan, Albuquerque, we use fab. If they need the capacity, we give it to the microprocessor business. And then when they want us to take it back. So, the memory business was always a stepchild, and it was always a second thought in terms of the business decision. By the way, I would say that all the decisions from the financial point of view are the correct one. There's no question about the value of the decision they made. If they make otherwise.
So I had a front row seat, at least part of it. I disagree that memories were always backseat. Initially, Intel was a memory company with the first 1 kilobit DRAM and with HMOS SRAM and the inventor of EEPROM and very strong with eTox code flash. They did it to themselves, and it's astonishing. They invented most of these memory technologies. They were at some point in time 80 to 100% market share in each one of these, and they became so successful. And frankly, a lot of it has to do with hubris, believing your own propaganda. In the case of DRAM, it was unfortunate for DRAM that EEPROM was so profitable, and Intel's capacity was so limited that they assigned more and more of DRAM capacity to EEPROM, and that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Japanese nailed the coffin, but EEPROM did it to DRAM. Studycram, they just didn't think that CMOS SRAM are worth it, and the Japanese proved them wrong and drove them out of business.
And yet a side, not a front row seat, a side row seat on the same thing. My time at Intel was in the microprocessor area. And from the late 70s through the early to mid 80s, that area was the beneficiary of all that profit coming in from the memories. But once the microprocessors started taking off, and in the late 80s when it became a monopoly and the profits soared in microprocessors, it just didn't make sense for the company to be using its manufacturing resources on highly competitive, low-margin memories, and so they let it dangle.
Yeah, but they never should have allowed either Japan or Korea to take that business away from them.
Because that's both business.